Welcome back. You know, it was on this very day, 10 years ago, when a new 14-story building opened up in downtown Grand Rapids. That big blue building on the Medical Mile was the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. Let's take a trip from that day to today to highlight the effects of this amazing hospital. Dr. Jim Fauner joins us again this morning. Dr. Fauner, great to see you once more.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking. Hey, what was it like? You got to work with Rich and Helen DeVos in making this hospital a reality. Tell us about that.
It was really just the pleasure and the honor of a lifetime and of a career, truly, because the community, of course, knows about Rich and Helen, their wonderful family, and their incredible life-changing generosity and all the things that they've done in our community. But not everyone knows exactly how deeply involved that they've been in the work of Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. This was something that they brought tremendous compassion and engagement in, and especially Helen. This was a project that was so near and dear to their hearts. So to be able to work alongside them, to see what really joy and excitement this brought to them, to know that they were making a huge impact, immediate impact in the lives of countless children and families from West Michigan and beyond, and something that was going to stay well into the future of our community. As we've seen, it doesn't seem possible to be 10 years old.
You know, it's true. It seems like it's been there forever as part of our skyline. But I mean, I do remember, I mean, as many do, how iconic the shape of that building, the look of that building. I mean, do you recall the grand opening, what that was like that day?
I really do. It's so exciting because it really took the Children's Hospital and all of the teamwork that's going on inside and the great care that occurs for those children and families. It really allowed us to take our natural place along the medical mile. So now our partnership in research with the Van Andel Institute, our ability to partner with Michigan State University's College of Human Medicine to make sure that we're continuing to train the best and brightest individuals for the future. But really walking into the building was what made the difference, because you knew immediately that you were in a safe, wonderful space that was designed specifically for children and families. The lights, the colors, the sizes, the shapes, the heights of the water fountains, the accessibility, the whole nature of the building just said, this is a safe and important place for our children and families.
Absolutely, spot on. Couldn't have said that better. Every time I've been in there, I feel the same way. And my kids, they love playing in the lobby. So you know it's made for kids. Let's talk about the community response. I mean, this opened up 10 years ago. From 10 years ago to today, how has the community responded to the hospital?
It's been an incredible response, and it's been so gratifying, and we've been really humbled and grateful for all of that support, because children's care is all about teamwork every single day, and that teamwork in part is within the walls of the building. It's a whole group of nurses, physicians, child life specialists, pharmacists, social workers, all of those team members working together. But it's also a key partnership outside of the walls of the building back to our community, to our supporters, to our donors. They've embraced this work because they know how important it is. That before our big blue building, many children and families had to be uprooted and sent across the state, out of the state, at great distance to get the kind of world-class services that are available now every day here at our Children's Hospital.
Absolutely. Good point. And you have to have some favorite milestones. I mean, things that have happened over the past 10 years. Maybe pull a couple out of things that have happened along the way.
Oh, thanks. My goodness. Yes, there have been just great. And of course, that opening day and that excitement surrounding that, and everything from royal visits, the King and Queen of the Netherlands a few summers ago when they came to visit. But it's also the excitement we get now as caregivers, in those 10 years have passed, that we've come full circle, and to get the graduation announcements and the wedding invitations and the new baby arrivals from patients who have been treated and cured here at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital really kind of closes that emotional loop for us. And even more so, we now have individuals who were treated and cured at the Children's Hospital who are now coming back to become caregivers. They are physicians, nurses, child life specialists who now want to give back to children and families in just the way that they were treated.
Such a proud day today, that 10-year anniversary. You must have heard from some families who bring their children there. I mean, do you have any stories or anecdotes you can share?
We're getting wonderful notes back, and this is one of our favorite times of years, because around the holidays, families certainly remember those situations. We had a wonderful gift from one of our patients' parents who remembers us every year, even though we treated this young lady many, many, many years ago. And to show you how much this truly comes full circle, this young lady is now a science teacher. Part of her early training, she was a teacher assigned to a school in Washington, D.C., where some of her students were actually actually the daughters of Dr. Anthony Fauci. So how about that for coming full circle? That was one of our great holiday stories that we were all saying it really does come back around to all of us.
And I moved here 14 years ago, so I remember the medical mile being built. Talk about how that has grown and evolved over the past decade.
It's just taken off, I think, beyond anybody's wildest imagination, and it's because of the partnership, it's because of the teamwork. We do know that we're reliant on each other. We kind of think about our 4 pillars at the Children's Hospital, and it spells out CARE, C-A-R-E. It's clinical excellence, wanting to make sure that children have access to the most cutting-edge, most current therapy available anywhere in the country. It's also advocacy. Children don't have a vote or a voice, and so the Children's Hospital has become kind of an icon for advocacy throughout our community for children and families in need. But it's also the missions of research and education. We want to make sure that we're doing things better, smarter, safer for children in the future. And we want to make sure that this community will always have the best and brightest caregivers. And so we're helping to educate the next generation of folks who will be providing that care in the future.
Well, Doctor, we've run short on time. We could talk about this building all morning. I tell you, it's such a blessing.
And I would love it.
Right? It's such a blessing to our community. But we'll get more up there. If people want to learn more, spectrumhealth.org. Doctor, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Absolutely.